Order in the court. Order.
I will take a big steak sandwich and hold the mayo on that one.
Order. Bailiff, next case. Approach the bench, ma'am.
Excuse me, madam. Oops, I'm sorry about that.
What is your offense?
Good evening, Your Honors. My first offense, sir,
What did you do?
I don't believe I understand the question, sir.
Why are you here in court?
Well, it's the darndest thing. I was driving home a few days ago from work, and the darn police officer told me to come on down and talk to you.
Did he say why?
Well, no, sir, he didn't.
Did he give you any type of summons?
Well, I wasn't sure what it was. It just looked like something like a draft registration form, and I had already filed for that.
Order in the court.
We'll have a big submarine sandwich and hold the cheese.
Order. Bailiff, get rid of that person.
Get your hand off my... Excuse me, madam.
Bailiff,
Sorry,
next case. Approach the bench.
Thank you, Your Honors.
What is your crime?
Well, sir, I'm afraid I don't know.
You must have committed a crime if you are facing me in this court. What is your crime?
Well, Your Honor, I wasn't facing you, sir. I was turned to the left, watching that...
Shut up and tell me what your crime is.
Yes, sir. Well, I was driving home from the mall the other day, and a darn car was out in the street, and you know how that stuff goes, Your Honor.
What happened?
Well, Your Honor, I tell you, I was driving back, and the darn car was there, and you know how it is on Mondays, and... especially when they had a sale at Furs and the wife bought a bunch of...
Is that
stuff.
relevant to this case?
Yeah, I don't know, sir. I never been here before. I don't know.
What happened?
It's the strangest thing, sir. I was driving back home, and my wife... I decided to let her drive the car because since it was her birthday and all... to my mistake, my wife is blind, and
You let a blind woman drive?
Well, I held the gas pedal down for her.
You held the gas pedal down for her?
Yes, sir. But she did pretty good for her first time.
Let me see if I understand this. You let a blind woman drive while you held the gas pedal down in city traffic on a Monday afternoon?
Well, Your Highness, I mean,
It's Your Honor, and if you call me Your Highness again, I'll put you in contempt of court, throw you away.
Yes, sir, I'm sorry about that, sir. Well, I didn't exactly let her drive it all by herself. You see, I held the gas pedal down, but I did let her, park a few times, and that's when the police officer... I don't know why...
Why was the police officer there?
Well, of course she didn't see the school bus and everything, so it sure wasn't her fault, Your Honor, but...
What did she do?
Well, sir, she didn't stop when she was supposed to.
Do you know that is a felony punishable by 5 to 12 years in prison, not exceeding a $25,000 bond?
Well, sir, the police officer called it manslaughter.
Manslaughter? How many kids did you run over, man?
Well, sir, I didn't count all of them, but it was a mess, sir.
Well, what do you suggest I do with you?
Well, I'd really like a hamburger if I could. I haven't eaten no morning, sir.
Order! You will listen to the judge of this court.
Where is he?
Sitting in front of you, asshole.
Oh, excuse me, sir. I thought you was the lawyer.
No, I am the judge. The Honorable Henry J. Winkelheimer, presiding.
Yes, sir.
151st Magistrate Court.
I've got my wife in the
Santa
audience.
Fe, New Mexico.
You're from Santa Fe, too?
This is Santa Fe.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was in California. My wife is here. If we could bring her up, if somebody could help me.
Allow the wife to approach the bench.
Help her with that. Ouch, damn bitch. Honey, come up here and... I cut my leg. Your Honor, my wife refuses to comment on the case.
Tell her if she refuses under oath, she is in for a contempt of court citation and a $5,000 fine.
Your Honor, I guess I have a confession to make.
What?
Well, my wife is mentally... How do you say that? Don't let her hear me. She'll get a... She's deaf.
She's deaf, but you don't want her to hear you.
Well, she can hear sometimes, but not all the time. You know, like, I don't know what the... It's a family kind of thing, Your Honor, sir.
I think we're gonna have to order you and your wife to both go under psychiatric evaluation and maybe spend some time in a safe place for a little while to make sure that the tests are properly done.
I'll be darned. Honey, we could probably go see Tootsie then. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that, and my wife will probably talk to you and your wife at dinner someday.
Bailiff, take the defendant and his wife to Marin County Medical, undergoing psychiatric evaluations to determine whether they are mentally competent to stand trial for manslaughter, perjury, and contempt of court.
Don't pull on that thing. It hurts.
Next case.